recall correctly. So he's trying to make that resurgence back onto the New Jersey ranking list, but he's got to go through the already established Steve, perhaps, or Syrup, who, while he's a Ness main, has also experimented with a Steve of his own more often than not in his search for a secondary for some of Ness's more awkward matchups.
I mean, at this point, if you're like 20 years old or younger and you don't have a Steve, I'm just kind of like wondering what you did as a child, you know? like, what's going on, man? But either way, right now, look at this, man. Syrup putting on the pressure here, just chasing Steve around. Steffen struggling here a little bit. Did get a few hits to get things started, but it's been the Syrup so ever since.
If there's any player that I know in New Jersey right now that knows the Steve matchup better than anyone, I believe it would be Syrup. As mentioned, plays a lot with a variety of characters in terms of secondaries, is willing to travel to a variety of different regions within Tri-State, so he's got a lot of sense of the different Steve playstyles, whether it be with Citadel in PA, Steffen in Jersey, or even Zane up in New York, who've been messing with the Steve lately as well.
There we go, gonna use that PK fire to light up that TNT here a little bit. Ooh, maybe a lot of health. It wasn't gonna go off. Okay, so not only does he get some health back, but he closes out the stock. Think the hit from the PSI magnet coming into play there just to get that really sparked off. That was just a weird situation. I felt like everything was just taking so long to get going.
Yeah, we were just watching that like it was a Tom and Jerry cartoon. It's like someone's dying, we just need to know when.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, misses the down air after that, getting the full drift from the PSI magnet, but not able to close it out with the sweet spot of that dare. But Steffen is just in such a hole right now, and it's almost in part to Steffen's own differences within the Steve play style. He goes for a lot more scrappy options regardless of materials, and look, I mean, if not for his immediate stock loss after that crazy string from Syrup, he would be down with 0 iron and just a bunch of raw block material.
Yeah, this is definitely a little bit crazy here, but yeah, no, I think a big factor of this, and I don't think I've ever really studied the Ness versus Steve matchup, but I think a big portion of this here is just the fact that Steve's got some pretty solid movement right in the air as well, but being a moving hitbox, I think is so huge to this because he can go out and put that pressure onto Steve and continuously throw other hitboxes to disrupt anything he gets going. Now, unfortunately, if you do get caught up, you're gonna be struggling just like any other character in the game.
Yeah, that Diamond Bear almost closing out the stock, but able to wrap it up with it. I mean, that's just the Steve difference, right? Like, oh, I got my big starter. I'm going to convert this into 80, and your Ness off stage. That's Edge Guard 101. And I mean, it was even until Syrup just kind of took it on the chin and immediately answered with a 110 string of his own. And
yeah,
it might result in stock.
And that might be it. Ooh, okay, but does get the air dodge. I don't think he's going to be able to recover from there. Nope. Okay, yeah, he's definitely done there. But hey, great stuff from Syrup. Came out guns blazing, but unfortunately, Steffen almost made that comeback and just was not able to get it done. I mean, that's what I expect, though. Syrup was not going to sit there and lose 2 stocks in a row, potentially 3 for reverse 3 stock. But yeah, look at this situation right here, right? Throws out the PSI magnet. We see him try to punish that. Comes down. The hit from the magnet actually detonates the TNT. Not only does he get a nice chunk of health back, takes a stock in the process. That was just smart stuff from Syrup, man. It kind of forced Steffen into a weird position.
Yeah, as awkward as that moment was, I think it is indicative to one of the many things that go into learning a matchup like this, where you need to start strong against Steve. Steve is a character with amazing combos and amazing camping as well. Basically, he can do it all. So you need to establish yourself with some sort of ground in each game. And opening it up for 81% is a good way to do that. Of course, because Steve can make this back in one combo, you need to be extremely careful. What a hitbox extension, using your minecart to your own advantage and hiding within the block too. What the
Oh man, Syrup has all the answers right now. It's actually kind of crazy. There he goes, gonna get any health he lost is immediately back. Like he's at a fresh stock. It's absolutely insane.
Like, but it was 3%. Uh-oh.
Yeah, definitely a tough scenario, but hey, that's the game sometimes, man.
This is the game we play.
Oh, man, I thought that was going to be another scenario that he was going to get caught underneath the blocks, not able to recover, but thankfully we didn't get that cheese a second time here. Ooh, there we go. I like that. Steffen trying to bring the pressure back, trying to be aggressive against Syrup after basically being put in the back foot for so long, and now there's a 30% difference here. Second stocks.
Diamond on deck and looking for an air dodge, but Steffen went for just the raw anvil. And that's, I mean, it's just, look at how the game started, and aside from this combo here, the difference maker that can just be finding an early edge guard or turning the game around completely on its head with some good tools. And thankfully finding that tech is Steffen, but unable to clean it up after choosing to Eltyra instead of air dodge to ledge, which gave him free reign for the down smash.
Man, Syrup is absolutely killing it. And the thing is, it's crazy is that Steffen's keeping up too. Like, they are trading stocks back and forth pretty much, but the way that Syrup, like, that they just push their advantage against Steve, which is already like such a wild character for so many people because it feels like he just has a get out of jail free card. But that doesn't matter to Syrup, man. He's clean, he's consistent with his combos, and he's taking his time for his openings here too. All the pressure that he can put down, that's a rough spot though, and just sliding out just enough to avoid the up smash.
And Steffen choosing to be a little bit too premature, but finds the down smash at ledge. Having plenty of iron at this point, you gotta wonder when some of these anvils are gonna come out, as that's what Syrup seems to be looking for, showing a lot less up airs when it comes to juggling, but getting caught in another slow minecart means Steve has plenty of time to catch up, and Steffen catches up with a dash attack. Now with gold tools online, which may even be better against Diamond in this matchup, because as you were saying earlier, Skip, Ness has so much good aerial mobility and the ability to move with hitboxes. So you may just want a little bit of speed on your buttons, a little bit more speed on your buttons, more so than just the raw power.
Oh, we'll see what happens right here. It is a last stock situation. Steve definitely has the tools. The gold coming out too for the faster frame data. Now when they're at Diamond, 59%, that's a forward smash. That's a he was looking for it. He was looking for it. The back air not going to be enough though, but does still put on a good chunk of damage here. And now it just comes down to, can Syrup bunker down and find a way to close out this game? Or we're going to see a game 3 where Steffen pushes the envelope just a little bit further here. This is looking really tough.
Super tight, playing around the platform so well and dodging both of the back airs, but the air dodge in gets caught by a forward smash, just prepping that so unbelievably well. Double back air really incentivized. If you're popping out of this minecart, you gotta do it with a defensive option, and I'm ready to catch it.
Yeah, definitely a strong scenario there. But that was actually insane, man. That was a fantastic tech by Steffen, but Syrup still managing to clean it up. I mean, that's just beautiful stuff from both sides of the controller here, I guess. And that's what I like to see. But getting into game 3 here, I'm not sure what stage we're going to. We'll find out in just a moment.
Battlefield is a normal Battlefield is the pick, and I don't hate it, especially since it really seemed like Steffen was very comfortable on Hollow Bastion, not only for the platform layout, but also the rate of which you get materials on a stone stage. This will force more dirt and wood into Steffen's kit, or into his resource list, which will natively make blocks a little bit more easy to destroy. But it may also mean that he has some more diamonds and gold in his kit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see how that plays out. Right now, I mean, does have a lot of wood and dirt going on here. The block. Ooh, is he gonna be able to make it back though? Somehow, I can't believe it. Like, I guess I can because Steve's recovery is actually ridiculous, but it looked like he wasn't gonna make it, and then he just tilts up and his hands just reach up, grab it. Still ended up getting the stock either way, so good on Syrup, but this is definitely looking a little rough.
Oh, and delivering that up smash, yeah, using just enough DI as well as the Battlefield platforms, and mixing up with the delay as well. Syrup just showing off that he can change up his ledge play too, getting blocked by the anvil in order to try and change up Steffen as much as possible, but the air dodge, and that's so huge because all of that time spent floating, sinking to the bottom, was all of those resources back into Steffen's kit.
Yeah, I mean, he would have gotten the resources either way. It's just he kind of got a small jump on it. But the worst situation here is that you kind of, like, as a player, that can really rock your momentum a little bit, or even your mentality. But look at this, the double PK Thunder, just getting a little bit of damage. You're still losing the stock. Man, that's how fast the entire situation has turned on its head. Steffen in a really great position now.
More than a great position after that primo starter, and I mean, good stuff on Steffen to constantly show off all of the craziness that Steve can do, whether it be with the phantom block reverses in order to find back airs instead of just forward airs on so many of those ladders, or aside from one or two times, whenever Syrup got caught in a minecart, that resulted in some sort of punish. Usually, and ended up being dash attack or up smash, but in this case, it was just a nice, easy forward air.
Yep, and
Ooh, oh no.
the rough situation here is I imagine the chat is going insane right now. I'm not even gonna open it up because I already know what you guys are typing right now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to read it. Either way,
we got a
couple to Steffen though. Steffen did a fantastic job getting into winners finals. Both of these guys going to game 3 to get to this position, and we're gonna have a Steve did on winners. I'm excited, man. It's gonna be creative mode.
It's gonna be hectic to say the least, and it'll be very important to watch the difference in playstyle between the two characters and between the two players, because Steve is one of those characters, one of the few in Smash Ultimate that don't really fit a dedicated archetype. He's much more like a Snake in that way, where there's a lot of different ways to play Snake and no real correct way. So there's even more ways to play Steve and no real correct way, though I do see some Steffen support in the chat. People love the hometown hero from Central Jersey.